Today, we are going to visit a farmer customer of ITC, a leading company in the manufacturing of dosing pumps and a world reference in fertigation. Located in the heart of Almeria's sea of plastic, a few campaigns ago, Jorge decided to bet on ITC's equipment solutions for its agricultural holding. Today, we are going to see how he develops part of his activity and how the equipment operates. In this small pump's house, we find the fertilizer tanks and the entire irrigation and fertigation control system, which also share room with the application system of phytosanitary products and even with a specific dispenser for disinfection. These are the foundations, the core of the system, the dosing pump. Our attention is drawn by this control unit and its screen that shows us information about its activity. It is an innovative system that establishes the fertilizer amount supplied to the crop through a frequency inverter integrated into the pump itself. This system permanently knows and controls the position and movement of a membrane, being capable of dosing very different flows, and, if necessary, automatically reducing them to only 1% of its maximum flow. This versatility allows the use of one single injector, with very different solution concentrations and very different irrigation flow rates, being able to adapt to much larger sectors than others, or even to a whole group of them, if necessary. One of the main characteristics of this pump is that its flow is hardly influenced by the pressure or the water flow, which is particularly interesting in the pronounced sloping conditions of this plantation. Although the pump can be operated individually from a smartphone app, here all pumps are also easily operated from a single controller. In practice, the equipment's response is very fast. Activation through the controller is immediate, as well as the communication between the smartphone and the system. Each of the fertilizers is injected independently and directly into the general irrigation pipeline, without being in contact with each other before being completely dissolved into the water flow. And after a few seconds, the irrigation solution is analyzed in real time by EC and pH sensors, and the instantaneous flow rate is also registered by this high-frequency flow meter. What are the benefits of this new pump system according to your experience?
Well, I think it has a fantastic surgical precision in the crop fertilization process.
Have you noticed any additional improvement in terms of harvest performance, quality, or lifespan with the ITC system?
Definitely yes, because the crop is much better nourished, so its lifespan is longer, which means that there's more production and, well, better quality too.
Have you noticed any substantial saving, whether in fertilizers, water, or electricity consumption?
Well, yes, in all of them actually.
As for the smartphone app, is it easy to use?
Well, it is a useful tool for us here in the crop fields, because it makes your life easier. Maybe you're away, and if you have to make any changes or something that you think is necessary, you can do it remotely without any problem.
What is your opinion, Jorge, about the information from the cultivation data? Is it easy to obtain and to interpret?
The analytics, yes. It is quite easy, and there you can also find data about the most important things we need to know, which is conductivity, pH, and the irrigation schedule.
After 2 years of experience with these ITC pumps, would you recommend it to another farmer?
Of course, I would absolutely recommend it, because I think it's full of advantages, and in all this time, I haven't found any disadvantages. And I'm familiar with the previous equipment that we had here, the Venturi system, but ITC's system is very different. It is much better. Another important feature that the pump also has is its very wide dosing range. You can dose, for example, 1 liter per hour to inject the main solution, but with the same pump, you can also inject up to 200 or 300 liters per hour, and even more. You don't see this in other systems on the market.
This user experience is the result of enormous research work that has its origin a bit further north of the city of Barcelona, where we find the headquarters of ITC. Here, the management and development of this and other systems created by the company satisfy the wide range of needs of its customers, both nationally and internationally. Equipment solutions like Jorge's, a wide-range volumetric instrument capable of allowing a flow control to provide to the irrigation network, ranging from 1 to 100%, are invented here. They have a great dosage capacity in the wide spectrum of fertilizers on the market, even in fertilizers that are not recirculated or pre-mixed. The flow control of each of the pumps is determined by a controller with advanced algorithms that allow reaching the desired conductivity and pH values in record time. Easy to use is another of ITC's maxims, a goal that is in constant development to make farmers' work easier with more intuitive and effective tools, which is why ITC works closely with farmers like Jorge to remain leaders in chemical dosing.
En estrecha colaboración con agricultores como Jorge para conseguir mantenerse como líderes en dosificación.